What is going on, everybody? We are back today. We have our ECU from UpRev, so thank you to them for being pretty quick about this. If you watched the most recent episode, or at least the one before this, you'll know that we are up to the point where just the ECU has to go back in. So we're going to get that done today, which means we will be able to get the car going. I'm pretty excited. UpRev hopefully did a right job. I guess we'll find out, right? So let's get into it. It's a mess in there. YouTube, the car runs. We moved the car out of the garage, finally. So what I'm gonna do now is, this car is dusty as can possibly be, so I'm gonna give it a good wash, because since the car runs, we got a car show to go to later tonight. So we're gonna wash the car. Let's do it. Alright guys, so we're headed to pick a part because there's a Z that just ended up there, so we're gonna go pull a couple parts, and we're chasing down just some little tweaks with the Z. Currently we're having a bit of a fuel pump issue, so I gotta go pick up some scrap parts from the fuel pump that's there, try and fix that, because what's happening is we're getting a cutout after about 5K because our little rubber grommet on the top of the fuel pump ripped. So the fuel just isn't making it into the fuel line under that much pressure. So we're headed to the junkyard, and we're gonna go hang out there. It's gonna be a good time. Let's do it.
All right, guys, we made it to the junkyard. And for those of you that have never been to a junkyard, I highly recommend doing it. It's a really fun experience, partially because you don't have to worry about beating the car up. You can just get what you need to get, however you need to get it, which is pretty fun. And you know, it's a good place to get parts for pretty cheap, especially if the car you're pulling it off of, the part's perfectly fine. So we're gonna grab the fuel pump assembly out of this car, and we're also gonna grab the diff, because what that's gonna allow me to do is actually show you guys how to turn the limited slip diff in these cars into something that's worthwhile, because stock they aren't that great. So I'm gonna pull the diff, and then I'm gonna customize it for you guys so you guys can see how to do that for yourselves. So here's a quick look around the junkyard. Also, yes, capture that. And the only Z I've ever seen in this place. See, look at it. You can get in here however you want. But yes, for the many years I've been coming here, this is the first time I've ever seen a Z. It's a transition of times. Alright, let's grab the fuel pump.
Alright, so since that last clip, we've been working on some little things. we got the car running, but now we're trying to chase down little tweaks, get it up to 100%. First thing I'm trying to figure out is why the car does not turn over quickly. Sometimes we gotta try and pump the gas pedal a little bit, get it to turn over. First thing, I checked were my grounds, and the grounds seem to be fine. And we're checking the fuel pressure regulator next. That's what we're gonna kind of do today. And so that's one of the tweaks I really want to tackle, just because it's car stalls every once in a while if you let the RPMs drop too fast. So we're gonna try and tackle that. Next thing we're checking out is with the fuel pump. When I put it back in, I didn't use the OEM bolts, and I used ones that actually were a little bit longer, which I think caused it to not seal properly. So when I tried to fill it with gas, gas just kind of dumped out the top of the tank, which kind of sucked. But so I put the OEM bolts back in there, and hopefully now it should be sealed. We're going to test that. And we are also on our third revision of a tune from admin, and depending on when we get back to him, we might even have a fourth before the end of the night. So we're tackling those things today. What I didn't catch on video is I changed the door handles just because the ones that I had weren't great, and so we actually went back to the stock silver. I think it kind of goes with the wheels, which is kind of nice. And other than that, we got our boost gauge in. I don't know if I actually got that in the video. But so yeah, we're cranking out some little tweaks, and we're working on getting this car to 100%. So let's tackle them. Well guys, here we go, another setback. So the Z is just gonna stay there for now. Fortunately, it's right outside the house. So that's the end of this video. I'm gonna try and figure out why it's not working, but if I had to guess, I'm gonna guess it's that ground issue that I thought was happening. I got a code for like CAN communication, which is ECU stuff, and generally it's caused by bad ground. So we're gonna tackle that. I'll catch you guys next week in whatever the hell this series is at this point. Later.